jiu-jitsu as a whole, not just on the mats, but just the community, everything around jiu-jitsu seems like it's changed so much, and it's kind of, evolved along with like the actual on the mats jiu-jitsu and everything. I'm curious, what do you think about just like the jiu-jitsu world as a whole in today's day and age?
I've loved to talk about this because like based on all this thing that like it's almost overwhelming to me resume all this in just one thing. Like I was just talking about the confidence, but imagine like we live in a community. We live in a community. Like we need people around us. We need to interact to people. And sometimes like in those days, like in kind of like this new world, like we more and more like getting away from people. We work at home. We're doing like a home office. People doesn't feel confident to talk to other people. People like doesn't feel confident to open up and tell like their problems to other people. And I feel like jiu-jitsu is one of the only things that we kind of go against that. We're getting more and more close to each other when we do jiu-jitsu. You know what I mean? So you can't hide your feelings when you do jiu-jitsu. That's like my feeling about that. And I feel like the world need to get people together. We need to see people. We need to see people beside politics. You know what I mean? We need to see people as a people, not just like, oh, this is like is a Democrat, this is a Republican. I want to see people as a people. You know what I mean? I want to see people like a human being, like we are. And I feel we're missing that. We miss like to be around people. And when I say be around people, like not people behind a desk. You know what I mean? We need to be able to like just see that people is just like a human being like us. We need to be able to know that same person like has the same fear that you know what I mean? And he deserve to you appreciate them, you know what I mean? So things like that I believe we learn in jiu-jitsu. And I feel like more than ever we going away from be around people, you know. And I mean I've talked about like many times because of the social media, you know.
What you got any advice for the people out there? How do we come together more as the people, especially as a jiu-jitsu community? How does the jiu-jitsu community kind of come back together, and I guess see everyone as people and all that?
I think we do that. We do that better than any other sports, better than any other profession. Because one of the best things like you have to do when you move to somewhere else, go to a jiu-jitsu gym. And we all do that. You go somewhere else as a vacation, you've been there for a while, or you just move to somewhere else new. You don't know nobody, go to a jiu-jitsu gym. You're going to find everybody there. You're going to find people that kind of like knows and like the stuff that you like, you know. So it's very easy to live in a community when you go to a gym. I feel like if you just keep going to the gym, especially when you have, sometimes people have a bad day, they don't go to the gym. You have a bad day, go to the gym, you know what I mean? Go there, talk to your friends, like have a new fresh day, you know.
Definitely. I think, problems, things that are weighing on your mind, they seem to kind of get pushed aside whenever you're worried about someone who's about to pass your guard or any of that stuff. It puts things in a different perspective. So it's always a great thing. Definitely like having a bad day, going to the gym, and, it just reshifts that perspective, I feel like.
Look, we trust each other. You trust somebody that you never see that you're gonna choke and he's gonna let you go. You know what I mean? Like when in the world you do that? When you just met somebody that just walk in the gym, you don't know who he is, he's gonna choke and he's gonna let you go. So you have a different perspective of life. You know what I mean? You start to understand that people like has like a common sense, that has like a same opinion than you, and then we can appreciate each other more. You know.